Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Amp House Massacre about a group of influencers who get killed one by one in a wacky house full of young people. I mean, it's pretty much the perfect modern slasher movie. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 14, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Now, why do I call it the perfect slasher movie? It's because slasher movies always have the same things. First, they have beautiful young actors and actresses as the cast. And the reason they have beautiful young actors and actresses is because they're never very good movies. The bar is extremely low on these movies. And so they don't have a lot of famous people in them. Ever. Now, Scream is the exception, not the rule. They turned it into a big franchise. But for the most part, these are B movies. They have a bunch of young actors in them. And it's very formulaic, right? People get trapped in a house or a cabin or a ski lodge or a submarine. And one by one, the killer picks them off until, the big reveal. So this is that same thing. Except it's all social media influencers. So you get to see social media influencers killed. So there you go. So the plot is there's a girl. See, here they are having wild times. They have a contest for Amp House, as it's called. And this girl wins. And she's going to be the new influencer. So she moves into the house with the influencers. But then one of the people are killed. And now there's a killer who's trapped them all in the house. Let's see if I can get to his picture. Here they are there. There he is. So that's the guy. And he's killing them one by one. And they have to figure out who's murdering them, doggy. And how do you figure that out? Who cares? It's going to be first act. There's the contest. There's the Amp House. They have wild times. Oh, it's crazy. Then, second act, she moves into the house. It's going to be great. But one of the people is killed, and now they're trapped in the house. The killer says, don't call the cops. Don't leave the house. I've got rules of one by one, I'm going to kill you all. So, I don't know how he does it. He puts like a machine near the house that blocks all their signals so they can't use their phones. They're terminally online, but somehow he blocks it. And then one by one he starts killing them. And then they all start turning on each other, of course, but then finally some of them get their head together. The girl who wins the contest, obviously, she hasn't been there long enough to piss off anybody. So she's sort of the central core of it, I think. She's the objective one who can kind of figure it out, whereas the other characters... And it's a good way to format it, I'll say, because you can pretty much rest assured she's the innocent one since she's just getting there. But the various other characters have all this intrigue, so it's probably some ex-influencer got kicked out of the house. Maybe there were many, or maybe it's the guy who dies first. He faked his own death, or maybe it's one of the other guys. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. In the end, they figure out who it is. There's a big fight scene between the girl who won the contest and the killer. She wins, right? She wins, and Amp House is saved, and whoever survived is saved, I guess. And then why did they do it is probably the big reveal is why. Why did they do it? Maybe it's because of the clicks. Maybe there's more clicks than ever, and he's finally won. Maybe it's all fake. I doubt it. But typical slasher movie, it's a bunch of young people having sex with each other and they all get horribly, brutally murdered. A group of social media influencers sharing a mansion in Hollywood Hills find themselves caught in a life-or-death game of survival as a killer reveals their deepest secrets before killing them off one by one. So you got that element to it. That adds a little more to the character. It's perfect. You shoot it up in the hills. They got a house. They rent it or borrow it for a couple of months. They shoot the whole thing. Bob's your uncle. You got a movie. I mean, it's pretty. they could do a sequel. They should franchise. If you should franchise any kind of slasher movie, it should be this one. You get another mansion, another group of kids, you do the same thing over and over again. I mean, these movies are pretty standard. I don't particularly like them. They're all kind of the same. If I watch these movies, it's usually ironically, making fun of it, making witty comments during during the movie. I'm not trying to help the movie. I'm trying to undermine it at every turn. But there's some fun in that. This movie I would completely love to watch. I think I could get into totally undermining this movie. But I need an audience, You can't just watch this movie alone. You got to watch it with a group of your friends so you could all make fun of it. And look, as far as slasher movies go, it doesn't look bad. Again, low bar. But, in that realm, don't look bad. I've seen a lot worse. So, there you have it. Amp House Massacre. Coming to probably a streamer near you, I'm going to say. Do they have I don't think they have a date. No, they don't have a date on this. So, coming to a streamer near you. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. If you can find a more bass take, I say take it. I am at the Cryptids second annual Cryptids and Paranormal Convention in Parlin, New Jersey today from 10 to 5. Come on out and check out all the paranormal stuff. The Bigfoot guys, I'm sure, will be there, or as we call them in South Jersey, the Red Eye. I will, of course, be talking about the Jersey Devil and selling the Pineys. I just got a new shipment of books. So it should be a great day. And then on Sunday, I will be at the Philadelphia Comic Con at the Clarion Hotel in Essington, PA from 10 to 3. So that's a great monthly con. So come on out. Hope to see you this weekend. And we'll see you in the next one.